You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People teased you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool, girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy with chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer resists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair, come on.
Hey y'all, give me a second. Hold on. Let me go up here. Okay. So a couple of things. This stream, we're not going to be really discussing the Idaho 4 case in this one. There's a press conference coming at 1 o'clock. We'll stream that. I already set up a stream for that at 12:45, just so you guys are aware. There is, of course, releases being put out that a suspect is in custody or a person of interest has been arrested in Pennsylvania. Again, that's from other news sources. So the press conference hopefully will clarify all of these things today, but we'll be doing that at 12:45. So let's hop into this one. Bad Apple, ASU, Lisa, Kathy P, The Good Nunya, Cool Gamer, Marcy, Wandering Spirit, Clemson Girl, Lorraine, Miss Lee, Carla, Notorious. Who have I missed? Method to the Madness, Angelisa, Hope P, Hey T, Hey Gumby. Okay, I got everybody. There's been some questions, so I'm going to go over a few things that are kind of hot topics, controversial topics, people that are new here don't quite understand topics. So we're kind of going to go all over the place. And then I'm going to kind of give a swift reminder that some of y'all need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. But I'm going to specifically get to them. Christy Payne, I'm talking to you. That's one for sure. But let's go. Let's go. So I was asked, well, there was a comment on my YouTube channel today by somebody by the name of Barbara, who was kind of asking why I do not call out Michelle. She was basically kind of insinuating you will call out these other people, but you won't call out Michelle. First and foremost, welcome, Barbara. I hope you enjoy yourself here. Thank you for your comment. The reason I don't call out Michelle, like I've said many times, is because nothing has changed there. We've seen it as it is all along. In my opinion, Michelle's very calculated. Just because she has mental health illness and things going on, and I do tend to lean on, no, there's bounds that you don't cross over with her. But I still believe that she is very calculated, and she's playing most of you guys for a fool still at this point in time. The reason I say that is, again, nothing against her, but she is very smart. Views had been dropping. She'd been kicked out of award shows, from my understanding. Things weren't going her way. What happens? She starts doing all of these things with apple juice, not apple juice. I don't know. Again, I am totally against drinking and driving. I don't think it's funny. I don't think any of that's okay. Never will. This is why I've never participated over there. I don't cover her. That's what it is. Okay. So if you're new here and questioning that, her and Molly are kind of the same in my opinion. I don't know what more people want me to say. There's just too many things that overlap here. And I don't waste my time on stuff like that. Again, it's nothing personal. It's just there's no point. Right? There's no point. Yeah, Christy had a lot to say. I got sent a clip this morning and I was laughing because I tell you what, things come full circle. So I guess because of Michelle's egregious behavior, Christy has now decided that she is going to go stick posters up in Michelle's local town. Let's back up for a minute. I told you guys the story of how I came to have a Facebook page in the first place was when people decided to protest CMC and go to her town and start involving the local citizens of her town. Granted, they know well about that family. However, Christy and people like her really decided that that was the route they were going to go with CMC. And a lot of them had severe records themselves. They're problems of that themselves in the past. And that's how I started a page to begin with, was calling out the people that thought they were going to go do this stuff. So now fast forward a few years later and we're back in the same spot, but the character changed. And now they're going to go put posters up. I'm sorry to say this, but you guys are playing right into her hands. You are playing right into her hands. Her views drop. She does something egregious like this, and guess who everybody is talking about and expecting all of the rest of us to jump on and talk about. Well, first of all, that's not going to happen because there should be no need to tell adults that we're all against drinking and driving. However, a lot of these people that are calling her out on these behaviors have multiple DUIs themselves. So there becomes a conflict of interest when you try to point your fingers constantly at other people and refuse to look in your own neck of the woods and say, you know what? We got to stop giving this attention. It's wrong. There will never be anything okay with it. But at some point in time, we are people off the internet, strangers off the internet. Sorry, I'm reading now. I'm reading. Give me a minute. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but this is just ridiculous. At this point in time, there's so many good channels out here that talk about all sorts of stuff that's not related to that. But if you don't buck to the demands of calling her out and jumping with the group, you are basically like me. It's just dumb. I can't. Exactly. Just because she has BPD does not mean she's very smart. And Christy, I have an issue with you because you co-signed a lot of lies on me, and your chicken shit ass, along with all the rest of you, has not had the balls or been woman enough to own your shit and apologize that you were fucking wrong. There is a whole lot of you that had a lot to say about me and a lot of accusations to be made. And not a single fucking one of you has had the balls to stand up and be woman enough and admit you were wrong and apologize. I don't expect it because this is the internet, but that's what I would do because I'm that way. So don't think that I've forgotten about all of your co-signing bullshit of what's been said out here, people. Notorious, it's so weird to me. It's so weird because there's this like expectation that you fall into that if you're not doing what everybody else demands, it's just weird. And this is a thing with Christy too. Has anybody confirmed that those text messages were ever real about the MEFF? Because they don't sure as fuck look real to me. So that was ran with. So even when Michelle is telling the truth, you guys will take known liars' words repeatedly because it paints the narrative you want. Instead of just going, well, nope, that person's the exact same as her. Fuck her to the side because she's muddying the water and making up shit. There's enough out there. You don't need to make up shit. Okay? Just like on Molly. There's enough out there. We don't need to go making up shit for stories. B Fergs, exactly. It's exactly. There is no, and entertaining it and giving her views off of it is so not okay. It's a lose-lose situation. But people are really not understanding why I don't call her out. And that's why I'm not going to jump on that. She came into, if you back up, she came into this, and in my opinion, and if you go back to my content and look, I said from the moment she came on the scene that was problematic and I didn't trust it and it was going to be a distraction. What did it become? The main distraction. Notorious Ash, thank you very much. She saw what worked. She saw what gave a reaction, and here they are. And we've been trying to tell people this. There's been a lot of us that have been trying to tell people this. There's been a lot of people that have tried to direct her and guide her in the right directions too. But at the end of the day, like, it's not working. And if you actually care about this person, you have to see that she's giving them exactly what they want too. They want to be able to call the cops. All of that is their game. Exactly, Mocus. Me too. Like, that's not entertainment to me. You guys want to hear the Christy clip? I'll play it gladly. It's from Flava's Live. Yeah. YouTube court. I heard that she said that. Beefergs, exactly. I have always kind of had a problem with people streaming, but that's just a personal thing for me. And I know like every state's different, but I still like, to me, it's like feeding a fire, giving her attention is feeding a fire. Notorious. They have her believing some of the craziest things ever. The craziest. Here, yeah, I'll play it. And then we're going to jump into some spanky stuff too. This is from Flava's Live earlier today. Oh, by the way, also, I told you guys that about Christy. I told you guys right off the bat, including Flava, I went to Flava and said, look, these are the warnings I'm getting about this person. I don't know who she is. I don't know much about her, but I had heard, very substantial rumors that she was problematic in the past from people that I trusted, but I didn't take it any further because I didn't give a shit. Well, then she co-signed Erica's lies on me numerous times, and I found out she actually played like a substantial role in some of these lies, getting pushed out and supported people like the Jamie Pop, who was brought on to once again lie about me, and he's actually a pedophile. And she co-signed that and supports him. So there's a whole lot of history here, but please, people, start doing some research of who you're taking the word of.
Hey.
Oh, and where I was going with that is I said from moment one that she is all about self-promotion. She does it twice in this, and I about fell over laughing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Ash, she was the one that sat on panel when Erica went up and was telling people that I had made 211 CPS calls on her, or 200 and some CPS calls on her. And she was like defending Erica on supporting that pedophile and all of that stuff. That's Christy. She's also the one that supposedly provided the screenshots of Michelle asking for METH, so on and so forth. Yeah. Yes. Hey, Flava. Yeah, I figured. I'm playing this clip from your live today, just so you know.
She doesn't live that far from me. She's only like an hour from me. So, it's nothing for me to drive an hour to take posters and put them all over the place.
Okay.
So
you can tell Flava is caught off guard. Flava is caught off guard here. I will say that because she kind of hesitates. You can tell in her voice she genuinely was a little unsure of what to say.
I don't know. I mean, I'm being dead serious about doing that. Like I said, it's just an hour away. It's nothing for me to drive an hour. I know exactly where she lives. And I'll put them everywhere. I'll put them by the liquor store. I'll put them sheriff's department. I'll put them by the schools. I'll put them everywhere.
She changed her name on YouTube after her lies and being called out numerous times to Golden Gypsy. Just so you know, she sells some makeup thing. She's got a public page. She's been around Facebook streets and all the crazy, chaotic Facebook shit for years. Hence why I knew who her name was and why yeah, there's a lot.
I'm so sick of her doing this shit. I'm so tired of it.
I'm too, because she's going to mess around and she's going to kill somebody. That's what's going to happen.
Exactly. She thinks it's funny. And I know somebody had mentioned something about her wanting attention, but it's not that. It's just she's getting...
It's not for it. This is Michelle, y'all. This is how she does.
Yeah, she's just a sick, gross, disgusting individual. I'm tired of her. When I saw that video this morning of her making fun of drinking and driving like it's funny, and all these people I see in your chat and people that were on my video the other day in my chat when she said it was apple juice, so many people have been affected by drinking and driving in some type of way.
Yeah.
Whether they got a DUI and it, even somebody that just got a DUI, that could have caused them some type of PTSD or something, or if so many people have families, something, or if so many people have families that have been hurt by somebody drinking and driving. So however you were affected, I'm sorry. She shouldn't be getting away with this, but she's I'm telling y'all, she's getting close to getting hers.
Hold on.
If so many people have families that have been hurt by somebody drinking and driving. So however you were affected, I'm sorry. She shouldn't be getting away with this.
Wait, where'd the PTSD part go?
She's I'm telling y'all, she's getting close. And juice.
Hold on.
Many people have been affected by drinking and driving in some type of way. Yeah. Whether they got a DUI and it.
Wait. You're kidding me right now. I thought this was like, I was hearing shit. Listen to what she says. I just caught this. What the fuck?
Way. Yeah. Whether they got a DUI and it, you know, even somebody that just got a DUI, that could have caused them some type of PTSD or something, you know, or if so many people have families.
No, you fucking did not. Are you really this dumb of a bitch? I mean, I have my own opinion, and yes, the answer is fuck yes. You have shown that time and time again. Your behavior has shown that. Gloves are off. This is new year, new me. I'm done fucking around. I'm so sick and tired of these dumb twits calling people out while doing the dumbest shit themselves. And she's one of them. You've lied on me specifically. I have a personal issue with you, and your behavior out here is ridiculous. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
And hurt.
PTSD because you got a fucking DUI. PTSD. Oh, those poor people that have PTSD from a DUI. That's the point. Well, not for them to have PTSD, but for them to not do it again. For them to be bothered and it cause enough of a problem in their life so they don't do it again. Do you get that? Fuck, oh dear.
Somebody drinking and driving. So however you were affected, I'm sorry. You know, she shouldn't be getting away with this, but she's, I'm telling y'all, she's getting close to getting hers. And she's about to be
she
really
ain't the only one.
Yep. Hey, Onyx. Hey, Alberta. How you doing?
So I'm going to go live later this afternoon and talk about it. But
self-promotion.
I just wanted to let everybody know in the chat, because I was saying it in the chat. So I just wanted to let everybody in the chat know that I will.
AKA, I was talking in the chat, which she was saying all this stuff in the chat, but not enough people were biting onto it. So as soon as the opportunity came for her to come up there, by the way, panel killer. Yeah, this one's a good one.
Drive there, and I will put posters up everywhere. If anybody lives within 2 hours or 3 hours from her and you want to come help me, I'm going to go.
So is she going to start taking up donations for these posters to be made and printed out, and then gas to get there and pass them out, and then gas to get back home too? Is that what we're doing, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I think someone already, Nelly, sent the video to mothers against drunk drivers. So maybe that'll help get the word out as well. But I wouldn't tell, if that's what you plan on doing, Chris, I wouldn't tell, because she probably will go tear them down. Hey, Denise.
Yeah, there's no way she'll ever know when. She won't know when I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I see her doing that. I've already thought about that, but
you've already thought about that, right?
Know.
But here you are announcing it live.
Chris, Can you drop your email in the chat for everybody?
Yeah, self-promotion. I just want to come up and say that, and I'll be live later this afternoon to talk about it. But
self-promoting number 2 times in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But
I'm gonna drop down and let the other person speak. But okay. I just wanted to come up and say that. I'll be in the chat though.
Okay. Right. Yeah. If y'all want to email Christy, drop your email in the chat, and y'all talk with Christy behind the scenes on this, you guys. Hey, Alberta, how you doing?
That's Flavor saying, I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I don't blame you. Talking is Christy Payne, who goes by Golden Gypsy, who co-signed a bunch of the lies that were spread on me, including lies by a pedophile who was brought on panel to disparage me. And I've never even spoken to that person, but yet not one single one of these people have gone back and retracted any of their statements, apologized, corrected anything that they've said, or, they're just moving on along, Oh, Penelope, poor Penelope, even though she doxed Becky and put a pretty valid implication of a threat against my nieces, we're just going to move along, even though it's all been bullshit. Okay, gotcha. And Christy Payne's out here causing a ruckus again. Yeah, and they're playing right into Michelle's game, like right into the game. You know, views go down. There's not all of these people talking about her, all of this stuff going down. Like that is part of BPD. And I wish people would understand that just because people are suffering or struggling or not stable with mental illness does not mean that they're not intelligent people. Some of them are very, very intelligent, and calculated and manipulative are two of huge factors usually. And that's okay. Usually most people will say we all can be that way. But she knows how to use, she knows what she's doing, and we've said this all along. But Pugs, them playing her doesn't make sense. They're playing her fuels this fire. She's out here either drinking and driving, pretending, whatever the case may be. That isn't okay in any way, shape, or form. So even if they're playing her, what outcome does that have? What's the goal here? Again, I'll ask the same thing. What's the goal? You're not going to get her off YouTube. You're feeding a beast. You're feeding the fire. I don't even like talking about her, but new people are really confused by why I won't call her out and why I don't. Why the fuck do I need to? First and foremost, there's, oh, here we go, 18 channels. I don't even know. There's way more than 18 probably that have called her out by now. That makes no sense. Yes, thank you, Moonlight. And that's exploitation of mental illness. Now tell me again that that's wrong. Molly needed a distraction. Michelle came in. I said day one, this was not going to go well. Michelle was not part of the refunds, all of this stuff. That's why I never fucking touched it to begin with. Then here it goes, this big blow up of a distraction. And guess where we're at? Somebody that's suffering from mental illness. And guess who they're using for a distraction? Again, exploiting mental illness. Tell me how that people do not fucking see this. Twinkles, thank you. 100%. Yeah, it's just weird, Pugs, though. Like, I agree with you that they think in their brains that they're doing that, but it's not at the end of the day. They're playing themselves to look like fools. Hope P, she's not a real anything, even a blonde. I don't know if she is or not. I just don't like the bitch. And that's the straight up. I watch people move, and every time she gets on panels, she's trying to co-sign some egregious lies of somebody's and self-promotion every single time. She did it. That's what she jumped in and did with the CMC stuff. She got involved and started becoming a mod for this one group. And then next thing you know, she's doing makeup lives in the group that's supposedly exposing CMC and trying to sell her pharmacy shit to everybody. She's basically CMC. These people are the same exact as the people they're calling out. How are we not seeing this? I said feeding the fire? What do you mean? I say that all the time. I don't know what I meant by that, alabaster. Oh, I know what I meant by that, but what do you mean? People don't care. Exactly, Lisa. And I'm sorry for anybody that has PTSD because of this stuff. Yes, Moonlight, thank you. And some of you guys know, like some of you guys have been around and may not realize who she is at first, because of the name changes and shit like that. I get it's confusing, but this is all like I've walked y'all hand in hand. Like this is who they are. Even people I might not have the best relationship with now because of drama and bullshit. I found it necessary because of what I knew and had been hearing to warn these people because I genuinely have had the same intent all along. My intent has not changed. And fuck all of you people that have co-signed this bullshit and not been woman enough to own your shit. Fuck you all. And I can't wait to watch you all get exposed because it's coming. It's coming. Y'all like walked yourself up, stood in line, and held your hands high. Me next, please. Me next. Like that's, you guys like went and pulled numbers. Like, can I have the next one? Me up next for exposure? Like, what? Oh, Hope, I would love to know so much more. Anytime, if you ever want to talk about it, I would love to know more because I am so interested in that. I don't know much about it, but I've seen some like historical stuff on TV, not the fake like drama stuff. I've seen those too, but like the actual historical stuff on it, and I have a lot of questions. Thank you, Beefergs. Here's the thing too. I know people are struggling for content, but I didn't have content last night. Well, I have a ton of content we can do, but we came on and played dirty trivia, which was ridiculously stupid, but we laughed. I laughed so freaking hard. You don't have to have content. Like, move on. If you are being true to who you are, if you are genuinely being true to who you are as a person, there is so much content, your interests, your likes. I could come out here and talk to you guys about so many different things. There's so much that I have and want to cover with you guys and want to talk about. There's not enough hours in the day. Nadia, I love you. When you get like this. And y'all, I wouldn't be addressing it except for people like I genuinely feel like the new followers they have the right to know too. Like, this is why I don't cover it. It's not because I against her or for her. I've always said it was a setup all along, that it was you for content. It's exploiting mental illness, that I would never fuck with it because there's lines you don't cross. And so many people jumped in and crossed those lines. Plus, there's been so much set up. I told you guys from the get-go that they were setting her up with a bunch of fabricated information because I can prove that a lot of it's fabricated just off of the research I've done myself. So when you are creating stuff to inflame a story when it doesn't need to be, when there's enough there in the first place, I have a problem with that. And I'm going to with anybody. Yeah, and Erica and all that shit too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Charlie. It was fun, Elle. Everybody, like, it was fun. Hope, I would love to know more. Yeah, there's so much that could be talked about, y'all. Marcy. Oh, sorry you were coughing, but I'm glad you were giggling. Oh no, Charlie's back. My arch nemesis, my childminder, Claire Jones, if that is my childminder's real last name, because I'm angry at my childminder being rude to me. Claire's bad guy name, the childminder. Huh? Charlie, I'm not on that level yet. Yeah, hillbilly, right. There's so much to do. Yeah, anyone who continues to base their page off Michelle is fucking sad, pathetic, and needs to do some soul searching. Exactly. Charlie, don't you disappear me this time, mister. Hey, pirate. Beefergs. That's one that I have never ventured into watching a single bit of her content except for what anybody shows. Like if somebody's showing it that I'm watching, that's the only thing I've watched of hers. I have stayed away because I've listened to y'all. There is according to some bigger news channels, there has been an arrest made in Pennsylvania, but there's a news conference at 1:00 and actual law enforcement will be addressing it. So if it's a rumor, if it's not correct, they will get through it. But so far it is looking like there has been an arrest made of a person of interest or a suspect. I'm not sure. She sided with Penelope. Well, Penelope started as a caterer, of course. They're gonna. The misery you inspire is causing more hatred on this app when it could be actually inspirational. Absolutely. And people lying, flat out lying to our faces. Like, I'm all for, and I could give 2 fucks less about somebody's past. I've told you guys that from moment one. The past doesn't define them, but when their behaviors continue and they lie about it straight to your face, and they, it's basically spitting in your face time and time again. It gets a little bit. Wait, what? Notorious, she won best content? Penelope won best content. Oh, Gumby, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you had fun. I know what you do is so hard. I think about you all the time because I know what you do is so hard. Sending huge hugs. But we are going to continue to do some lighthearted stuff, some fun stuff, try to mix it up over here. It's a chat loop. Yeah, do your own fucking thing, but don't get mad when your sorry ass gets called out. Fuck you, fuck your subs, and fuck your whack ass content. Thank you. Notorious, I've heard that she is, for sure. Yeah. Yep. Heels on the Ground has the real name. She won multiple things. See, I didn't watch that. I won't participate in shit like that. And I told you guys that. Like, they've been pretty nasty to me, a group of them all along for no reason. I was actually nice to them, supported them. And I don't know what the issue is, except for they support people that do all the things that they complain about being done to them. So I don't really get it. So I didn't participate. And plus, they've given platforms for these people to talk all this shit about me. I'm not cool with that, ever. So I didn't watch it. I've heard some from people, of course, but that's pretty fucking sad that somebody won 2 categories after just threatening somebody's kids and doxing the fuck out of them. Think about that. Oh, these people. That's fucked. Wow. Sick. That shows where everybody's at, though, I guess. That shows what people are enjoying. Her content was Katie and then Michelle. And you guys do realize that her baby died of SIDS. That she never did anything to Penelope. She went after Molly. She never did a fucking thing to Penelope. You guys realize that, right? Like, loud and clear. She didn't do shit to Penelope to deserve Penelope even starting making videos on her to begin with. You think that all of these ex-husbands came out of the woodwork? You think all these people were contacted? You think all these accounts came out of nowhere? No. No, there was a whole scheme here. And that's that makes me sick. Hey, Rebecca. That's wild. Hey, Scataboosh. Yep, T. You know what, though? Let them. They'll fall flat on their faces. The bully category, yeah. Except she's not even a housewife. Boast about being real lifers. Yeah, it's gross. Flavus Fire. Oh, God. I just noticed the name. I was like, wait, what? What is that? Yeah, why is it? I don't know. Biggest bully, biggest real lifer, and she was proud of it. Wow. And this is being celebrated. Sorry, you guys, I am reading. Yep, T, 100% MGL was behind it. Her and MGL, I don't even know if they truly had a falling out over who got to take credit for doxing me. I really don't. I wouldn't doubt if they're still friends because they're just alike. And that's why I've always thought it was so funny that the people that took Penelope under their wing and like cozied up to her claim that they hate MGL. I don't really know how that's possible, but okay. Pirate, I blocked all of her content from showing up on my feed after she took all the people up on panel to disparage me. I don't have no time for that fuck shit. You want to be a real woman and ask me questions and have me answer them, or go back once you find out that somebody lied all the time and correct it, we're cool. Otherwise, fuck that. No. Cherish, I think it's called the Troll Award, is what it was. Yeah, Gumby, I had a nephew that died of SIDS too when I was 16. Method to the madness. No, she has every right to say that over here. I've had a lot of shit happen to me because a lot of people. So no, unfortunately, you might have missed some of that, but there's a lot more history here, and she's fine. She's fine to her. There's a lot of people that have been done pretty wrong and talked pretty highly or high shit about from just supporting me and the truth over here. So people have a right to feel how they do about a lot of these people. She took her word with pride and they cheered her on. Wow. Thank you, Jose. I agree with that. Those were not good awards until now. Ash, was this different than most of the other previous years? I'm assuming you were there for those previous years. BFergs, you can answer, any of you guys, Miss Lee, all of you guys that have been around. Is this the same as it's been in previous years, or has it changed because of all of the new shit with Michelle? Acceptance pages. Oh, Kathy P, I'm sorry. 2 sick kids is horrible. Wow, notoriously. Yeah, okay. I finally caught up. You already answered that. Troll awards, but they weren't nominating trolls. Mostly mean girl awards. Everything has changed. Yes, it's different. Okay. This shit celebrated all real life, it seemed. It changed because of Amber's crew. It changed because of a lot of the people that came over from Facebook, and I'll be the first to say that. And that's why I tried to tell people, like, from the start, those Facebook groups jumped off so heavy and fast with the anti-Dre stuff because Dre had a huge following. But then it combined together a bunch of different groups of very interesting Facebook trolls, bullies, dry beggars themselves that jumped into that. So it brought all of this madness over here, and they glommed onto Molly. Well, then they kind of all scattered from Molly, and a lot went here, there, and everywhere. And trust me, it's still a mess. And I avoid them all like the plague. If there's one thing that people will tell you about me is I kind of stick to myself. I know a lot of people from a lot of different groups. I usually tend to not, I've been involved in a few different groups. I would say that I still like a lot of the people. I don't really get into the cliques per se, because I see a lot of those people and they're constantly, it's like a revolving door. The Christies, the Ericas, all of it. And they all, like, as soon as Molly came in, they just jumped at that. And then they've scattered since. Yeah, there's a big difference, though, like, of the people that came from Facebook that are good and the bad ones. And there is way more of the crazy, bored, troll, nasty, drama starting liars than there are the good ones. And I hate to say that. Go ahead, Pirate. Ask away. This was what we were for. No. Method, you're good. You're good. You're totally good. Yeah. And they sucked into, like, let's talk about this. Do you remember how, like, going back, let's think about this. When we watched them make the CPS calls on Dre and get that CPS worker in their admin, in their group that they created on Dre, they were so excited about that. So excited about CPS getting involved. I'm sorry, as a mom, I don't want CPS involved in anybody's lives unless it's absolutely necessary. And there is nothing exciting about that. At the end of the day, if you have to call CPS and get them involved because there's a reason to get them involved, that is an absolute sad situation. There's children involved. It's not something to be celebrated. And we've heard the voice clips. We've seen the chat. They were excited about this. These are the people that we're dealing with. You were asked about the best moderator. Wait, there was a best moderator award. How does that work? Because everybody has, I mean, there's a lot of crossover mods, but that's weird. I don't even know. Yeah, well, it's interesting. Penelope is not a troll. Penelope is a shitbag and a horrible human being and deserves whatever the fuck she gets from what she gets. And by the way, there has been real life calls made on my life, but I'm waiting until I can get documentation of this so I can show you guys. But yes, they have been making calls in our real lives. And all of it stems from Penelope because Penelope got blocked on Facebook because Penelope is an irrational asshole and a psycho. Lauren, are you Penelope's attorney? I got a question for you. You popped up out of nowhere, and it seems I just had to ask you that because it's like Penelope disappears. All of them talk about paying attorneys to watch their content, and then here you are. And you're making waves. There's a lot of people that don't really know what to think of you. And I'll just be the first to say it. Hey, Amethyst. Hey, Blank Screen. Blank Screen, thank you. Thank you. 100%. And I am all for it if somebody, like, if there's an actual desire or dire need for the kids, if there's something that is absolutely reportable, then, you know, okay. But it's not brag worthy and it's not something to celebrate. Do you understand what the fuck these kids go through that have been taken by CPS? Tried taken by CPS 3 times. And then the 4th time, somebody else just step in and take them finally. Try that and try unraveling all the trauma from that. I'll wait. You fucking idiots. And then to have somebody like say that I called CPS on somebody over 200 times. You dumb mother effers. You got yelled at on that panel. Oh, Lord, I just had to ask Michelle's attorney. I'm not an attorney yet. I was just waiting for all the rumors to start. I'm just giving you shit. I'm sorry. I didn't watch it, so I didn't know what even happened. Lauren received one of the warmest welcomes I've ever seen on a panel. I kind of have gotten a few of those too, Mochas, if you remember. But some things I just don't say. Blank Screen doing the Lord's work. Beth, I don't either. Because she pays people to play her content. You know, and that's another thing I will take pride in over and over and over again. I built this channel organically. I organically built this channel off of my content, off of my words, putting stuff together of theirs, of course, and showing how they lied and things like that. But this was my work behind it. I didn't go pay people to play my content. I didn't go panel hopping to spread my channel. I didn't go in people's comments and do silly things and ask people to sub up. None of that shit. So at the end of the day, I will always feel so much better about that because I don't have to claim that I paid people to like Ski Mask Andy to play my content. But I digress. Thank you, Jose. Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, there's a lot to watch. Hey, Cherie.
Huh?
Oh, not Siri. Shut up, Siri. Okay, she says. Go away. I thought, yeah, I didn't know I thought they were funny. And I'm sorry, another thing that's really weird to me out here is I'm really prideful of like my significant other. And of course, I talk about him a lot and you guys see him. And because I am prideful of him, I could never, like, there's lines for me with other male content creators, like things like that, just personal lines of mine that are weird. So it's not like a disrespect thing. Like I would never go and chat with you in Uni's DMs, like deep into it and like talk to him like that out of respect for Uni Rach. Like I'm just not that way. I would go through Uni Rach or Cherie or, somebody like that to, if I needed to have like a deep conversation with them, like a simple message. Yes. But anything further than that. So if you're male and I'm like a little bit colder to you, it's nothing but just respect for myself and my relationship. I fucking believe how stupid these people are. Yes. Yeah. Method to the madness. Absolutely. Yeah. Lisa, 100%. You should be asleep, Cherie. Laura, yeah. BB, I don't know. Is it typical of Hey Unleashed? Is it typical of the drama community for you OGs? Yeah, Mocus. Which is good. I'm good with being the outcast. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love being on an island. I wasn't seeking acceptance, but it's really interesting how they have tried to like single me out as like the outcast. Like that's kind of, even though I have such a clear mission and it shouldn't affect any one of them. In fact, I don't know. I thought at one point in time some of these people had the same mission, but no, Lauren, you can panel hop all you want. I don't panel hop myself. That's not something I will ever do. Thank you. Yes, pirate, I am. Like, and it's just a respect thing. Yes, Moonlight, 100%. Yeah, Beefrigs, thank you. I agree with that. Yeah, Gumby, same. And I'm cool with you guys, like, you guys flirting and like making lists. I love it because it makes him feel good. We giggle about it, like we laugh. I like him, so of course, like you guys enjoying him being around too is great for me. Like I love it. And if you send him nudes, I get to see him first, and he already told me that I get to blast them all. So go for it. If you have hairy nipples, I'm gonna count the hairs. Just telling you. Sure. Nobody yet. That I know of. Not yet. What? I've never understood why people say going real life. This is real life. It's definitely not fantasy. It's like people believe just because the conversation is on YouTube that it's not real. Google is watching. I think you are on a totally different wavelength of like what going real life is. Yes, this is real life. This is tangible. We're doing it currently. I'm alive. You're alive. Of course, it's real life. But when they take social media issues, an argument on social media to do with social media things and instantly go into somebody's real life and start causing issues because of a stupid, silly social media disagreement or dislike, that's not okay and never will be. Unleashed, I loved it when you were up here. Welsh, I'm sure it gets frustrating. Twinkles, I'm sorry, but thank goodness for you. Real names and initials, and I have no clue. Queen Bella, right? There's so many names. No. Unleashed. There's extreme panel hoppers. Let me think of some of them. What's that one lady's name? You guys are gonna know. I can't remember. She changed her name and then came back in here, and I can't stand her either. She drives me nuts. She's a chronic panel hopper. Damn it. They'll tell you in the comments in a minute. I can't remember her name, but she's annoying as fuck. Yes, thank you, B Fergs. Yeah, Lisa, he's great. Notorious, I go back and forth with it too on her. I did like her a lot. I'm very confused by a lot there still, but I tend to think that she got, I don't know. But then the other side of me goes, no, you're just being stupid and thinking with your heart for a moment. The others are miserable and severely struggling in their real lives. Moonlight, right? I know we were all in them together. Coffee and crime, something like that. Yes. Fueled by coffee. Thank you. Now here goes all the other ones. And I'm sorry, but the clip channels, that's somebody told me that, and I can't remember who they said won the clip channels, but sorry, heels in the air, uh, Molly Go Light or everything Molly Go Lightly, Bad Apple, Kool-Aid, Not for Nothing, Cancel All Tragedy Pimps. I can name couch clips. Shyster. There's a bunch. Crime Sleuthin'. Thank you. That's what she changed her name to. Thank you. Thank you. No, Sarah Smiles. Who's that? Oh, Beth, that's that the one from MGL's, right? Yeah, Notorious. I've gone back and forth with it for months. You can see that. And I even apologized to her, but and at the same time I was like, I should have never apologized for anything because I was spot on of everything I've said. Every fucking thing I've said, and I'm still disappointed. So there's that. People can feel that I was emotional, which I was. I said I was emotional. I was pissed, and I still stand by it. And I've gone back and listened to that, and those stupid bitches have twisted my words so many times and said so many things I didn't, and I'm still just like, you are just evil little twits. No, Unleashed, not you're definitely not. The ones that I'm talking about are very specific. Timed Out by Owner. They have some interesting content that I'm like, holy shit, I just saw. Yes, Timed Out by Owner. That's a very specific, but here's the other thing, like, I don't know who is clip channels or would be considered clip channels either. So there's another one, Jules, what's her name? Something Jules. She put some really good clips together that I don't catch on people that I don't really watch, so it kind of keeps me up on certain people. Yeah, it's very specific. You guys will if you're not a panel hopper if you're questioning you're a panel hopper. The panel hoppers know they're panel hoppers. It's the one I'm talking about specifically is Fueled by Coffee, Crime Sleuth and whatever. Yes, that's the very specific one. The rest, like, you're supposed to come up on panels when they're open panels. That's the thing. She kills. Moonlight. I purposely did not watch them. Yes, The Truth Will Always Come Out. That's why when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, because those are two huge universities, 10 minutes apart. I'm really interested to see what the backstory is going to be there. Can we talk about the sabotage of the meet and greet? No, Cherie, but we absolutely can. None yet. Sapphire Jules, thank you, Beefergs. Yes, she posts some funny shit. But is she a clip channel? Would she be considered a clip channel? I don't know. She's not really a clip channel then because she focuses on a bunch of them, right? The DC originally has not an iota to do with what was presented right now, in my opinion. It's now a melting pot of everything. Okay. Clip channels that focus on one person give off stalker vibes, lol. Kool-Aid's channel isn't posting, that's why it wasn't mentioned. Kool-Aid's around though. Yesterday, somebody went to me real life. I'm taking a step back until I can work out who's doing it. It's something digging on my lovely family. See, that's so weird to me. That's so weird. And chances are it's somebody in the over here. You're in a completely different country. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, Nunya needs a community page. Nunya, they put comments on that post that you shouldn't have to get to 500. There's a way to do it. You just have to enact your YouTube studio, I think. Blank screen, are you still in here? There was somebody else that commented that there's a way around it. I tried tagging you in it, but you had changed. I think you might have changed your name. I don't know. Moonlight, me too. I can't wait for me to be clipped from last night to crawling up. Where were you at, Pugs? I didn't even see it. OG question. Can the DC take back control of the shit show? Can order be restored? It's become a melting pot of the worst stew you've ever had. Fergs, and I feel bad because a part of me feels guilty for like calling out some of these people as I saw things happening, because I think some of it wouldn't have been given so much attention. But at the same time, I will always be true to who I am. And I saw these things coming. But at the same time, like, these people have not gone away. They've just gotten worse with time. And they've been given such platforms to spread their shit and backup and protection by people that I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know why there's issues with a certain group of people. What they have with me, fuck, I don't give a shit. But I'm not going to be the one falling on my face. That's what I got to say. Was there ever order? Good question. I have YouTube studio and can't make community posts. Teach me. Oh shit, you don't have community. I don't know. I just see a lot of things causing chain reactions. Where'd that go? Because people had feelings that they were avoiding. It's too much of a melting pot now, in my opinion. Trust me, no one is controlling the ship but the ship. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean like Amber controlling the girls of the ship? I love Shannon. Is Shannon feeling better? By the way, she has still one of the best parodies I've ever seen done on Molly. Yeah, Unleashed. It gets crazy out here. Yeah, Beefergs, I'm sure. Oh, you were on Alicia's? Uh, okay, let's talk about this situation with the sabotage of the meet and greet. I have a difference of opinion, and I'm going to tell you guys that to begin with on this. So if our opinion differs on this situation, please understand that that's okay. We can have differences of opinion, and I might be missing some facts, but I stand on what I know so far, and I don't like what I know so far. Okay, so do you have to have 500 or not? Hold on. This. Nanya, there are a lot of parts of the DC I know you might not have seen yet. Miss Lee, there's a ton that I haven't seen yet. I'm so confused because there's a bunch of channels that I watch that I don't know if they're parts of this part over here. There is people from over here that comment over there, but I get confused on how everybody links up, and I just lurk in the bushes. Pugs. Yeah, Unleashed, I find it extremely interesting. White Boy Wife was carrying weapons in her bun. I find that funny because that was very intentional. Okay, so let's talk about it. So yesterday they told me to go when we were discussing it, they told me to go look at his community post on his wall that he posted an apology from the restaurant. So I went and looked at it and I actually screenshot it because I was confused. So his post says formal apology and truth from the owner of the restaurant. Let these people, and then it continues. I don't know what it said, but here's the message he got. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this for a second. I want to read some of these before I go on. You have to go through the 3-step approval. Oh, okay. Thank you, Google is watching. DC was a little community. Now there's many people that are using newcomers that branched in, if that makes sense. In my opinion, Catfish in the green dress was not a DC follower. You only have 200 and can do community posts. Weird. Scaramouche, that's what I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm just listening while cleaning, but you don't need 500. There's a way I did it, and I can't think of how I did it. And you look up YouTube videos. That's how I learned to do it. Okay. I watch a lot with my research and learning. I don't like being in chat and hearing names, and I don't know who they're talking about. I do that all the time. I never know who they're talking about. The DC split off into a few different areas, and the areas kind of quit commingling a while back, even before the TC merger it happened. True crime merger? Is that right? They were carrying weapons in their prison wallets. Lots of DC friendships have fractured at the same time as these real life douchebags are being welcomed to many changes. Yeah. Don't agree on either sides. They both made mistakes posting a meet and greet publicly. Yes, Queen Bella, exactly. Nonsense, your chat is so busy now. I can't keep up. God knows how you. I don't. I just wing it. Cherie, yes, but I'll read it right now. Oh, Creative Witch, Nanya. Creative Witch she's doing this. Okay, let me read this post that he put up there. Okay, so this is a text message or a message supposedly, again, there's no way of proving that it's him for us. And I'm just being legit. Like, I can't tell you this is who this is from at all. There's no verification of that. So I'm just going to read you what it says. And I'm being 100% transparent. Nothing against any of these people. Don't know them. Just heard about them in the last couple days. Hey, man, my name is blank Finnegan's. Twitter as blank. Unfortunate we have blank something you to leave. We are a family-owned, individually owned restaurant for children, adults, and we got information that this meeting, I'm going to read it like it's written. We are a family-owned, individually owned restaurant for children, adults, and we got information that this meeting greet was going to be a problem. One of my cooks was following you live. We just did not want to have any confrontations, and this is not your fault. Reach out to me on Twitter if you'd like, but basically we heard you had other people that were gonna come in after the meeting started. We generally don't allow filming in restaurant for several reasons without permission. We did not know what kind of meet and greet this was. We are a fun restaurant with entertainment and great food, so I hope you understand our situation. I think blank was very professional with you, and FYI, we were concerned about the meet and greet, so we asked the police to stop by. They saw nothing, and that, hold on, second page. It cuts, so I don't know what we're missing. And then the second part says, to discuss this on your radio program or YouTube channel, please don't use my name. I just wanted to reach out because of the information we got. We're not making any judgments. I have looked at the other side's YouTube, and quite frankly, I have my own personal opinions now. That's why I'm reaching out to you, because it appears you would not have a problem. You seem like a pretty decent guy. So I hope that straightens out how the whole night went. I can understand the Italian restaurant not letting them in. And had we known what it was, we would not have allowed it either. And they didn't rent the place at all. Anybody can use our party from free if they reserve it. But we're going to be more careful in the future. Good luck to you. If you want to DM me back, that'd be fine. Sorry if there's typos. I dictate. Good luck, man. By the way, I canceled the meet and greet. Okay. That was a whole shitload of nothing. I hate to say it, but I'm going to call it like it is. This is a whole lot of a person that is a business owner reaching out, and in my opinion, again, my opinion only, I speak for Becky only here. This is me. To me, this is the restaurant owner saying, I don't want to be in the middle of this drama. I don't want to be in the middle of the shit show. If this is him, and which there's no verification that this is him, but he doesn't want to be a part of this and have his business affected by it. That's how I feel. It's very unprofessional the way it's written for a business owner, especially if they're trying to have their name removed out of this stuff and being drugged through all of this drama. I feel it's very unprofessional, and I don't know. Again, it just seems to be really sketch in my opinion. That's going to be what I have to say there. Oh, the Ganania. Yay. Okay. Now, as far as the stuff about the weapons, I believe that was a tactic used specifically because they are felons, and felons in possession of weapons would be a charge. If in fact that is, they always kind of inflame their stories in that fashion. But I don't necessarily, I have never heard them mentioned before by Molly, and I've watched Molly extensively for 6 months. Way too much for my own liking, to be honest. But again, in her defense, I've never heard her mention this group of people or these people specifically, like they've claimed that she's been going on and on. And maybe I'm just missing it. But I also have a problem with the fact that there's just so many ifs, ands, or buts. Like there's no straightforward, this is what it is, this is what it isn't shit on it. Yes, Unleashed, of course. And I don't think that, here's the thing, like they asked, or they put it out and addressed it publicly that said, we're having a meet and greet, come meet us. Of course, people are going to come that don't like them. I think both parties were in the wrong on this one. They both wanted attention from it and views, and here we are. And that's how I feel. Yeah, I've never heard him before. And like I said, maybe she's mentioned him. And I haven't, and then I find out that it's potentially over drugs, or Xanax, I should say. And then potentially over money. There's no solid, this is exactly what happened. This is why we have an issue. But I will never be okay with a man also saying stuff about, there was a lot of things that were excessively said. I don't get down with bigotry at all. I don't get down with trans bashing at all. There's just a bunch I don't. So there it is. If you want to know my answers to anything, ask me, because I'm on a roll today of telling you how I feel. His motives were not in line with what he is about either. His biggest issue seemed to be a house of... Yeah, Pig Lips, I had a major issue with some of the comments made there. Double standards all around. Carla, I agree with that some, but they put it out. Like this was... You don't go live and talk about this stuff and then show up if you don't want a response like this. Everybody knows what's going to happen. These behaviors are consistent time and time again. When there's an action, there's going to be a reaction. That always happens. And they know what the reaction is going to be because she does it time and time again. So when you put yourself knowingly in those situations, I don't really have sympathy for you. Sorry, that's just it. I can understand, like, I appreciate his attempt to confront, like, get the facts. I don't think he was going to physically do anything to them. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I agree with you on that, Nunya. I can appreciate the fact that they want to confront these people, but this is always going to be the outcome. Beth, she's always lurking. She's always lurking. Nonsense. They met at the laundry protest. Apparently drugs were supplied, money owed, and MJL claims they were going to be a part of the heels on the ground and they didn't let them in. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. And I've seen a lot of stuff to back that up. And again, like I have a hard time feeling sympathy for people that were friends with them and co-signed this behavior in the jump. I don't get down with a lot of shit there. None yet. Okay. Queen Bella I don't know how that all got brought up with Eileen. I didn't know she was there. I didn't know she comes in here in the chat. Maybe she'll pop in and explain. I don't know what's going on there. And I saw Laura in Molly's chat. Was it this morning or last night? Last night, putting that in there that she had been arrested and stuff, and the date and all this stuff, of course. But she doesn't want to be a part of the drama, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, Beth, I agree. Yeah. Okay. I like Eileen too. I'm like, that's I don't even know, but Laura calling shit out. I like Eileen. Eileen cracks me the fuck up. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't even know she was there. If I would have known Eileen was there, I would have been like rooting in the bleachers now, because Eileen confronts her flat out, face to face words. Like, but Laura doesn't look people up. Yeah, I've got that comment too. Mochas wants to know why you have not monetized. Honestly, why can't the people pay you for the variety of content you provide? Asking for some friends. I am like I said, I did apply for the partnership program. I was approved. It's just on hold right now. I'll turn it on soon. I'm just going through. I'm trying to I don't even know what I'm doing. I'll turn it on in the next few days. Okay. I put it on hold. I showed you guys last night. It was hard. This has been a hard decision for me. Laura, why don't you put your own past out, you judgy asshole? What did she say? Oh, yeah, right? Oh, hold on. I got another clip I want to play, and this is of Betty. So if she strikes me, I don't give a shit. It's fair use. Fair use content. I about cracked up at this, though. Like, they can say a whole shitload about me and my finances. Go for it. Whatever. But this shit right here.
Is people, when they start doing these things, and they start going out and cyberstalking is literally following somebody online. Okay?
My audio is really bad.
How many people do that? I got each and every one of you are guilty of cyberstalking someone. Cyberstalking is criminal.
Cyberstalking is criminal? Betty, can we have a chat for a minute? I think ordering records on people that are definitely not involved in this and putting information out on suspected people that of your guys' interest, I think you guys cross a line there. Mochas. Poor Mochas. Mochas is like, wait, what happened? Did you guys hear this? I'm sure most of you guys have heard this already.
All of our states. Oh. And then to physically cyberstalk somebody, and then
physically cyberstalk somebody. Okay? You got that, right? You got that. Physically cyberstalking somebody. Okay. Just making sure. She's so intelligent.
And not only that, but believe me, judges and law enforcement take that seriously. Why? Because that's action. That is an act that you put behind that. They take that stuff very seriously. Because
They do. I agree with that judges and people, when you put things into action and go like show up somewhere, but that's not the case. You guys publicly had a meet and greet. People were coming to see you. There's a big difference there when you invite people to come to your meet and greet. That's a lot different here. We're definitely on a totally different wavelength here, Betty.
Now you have committed to that threat. Now you have just committed to that threat. So
she's so dumb.
I hope that the restaurant takes action. It sounds like they are planning on taking action. I'm planning on taking action against this. I'm planning on going after.
What are you going to take action on? Take action on what?
Videos of the threats, and then we've got surveillance cameras of them actually showing up. This is serious. I don't think they realize how serious this is.
You had a fucking meet and greet.
Yeah, it was all done on live. Sure was.
Yeah, it was all done on live. Exactly.
How stupid can you be? Like, seriously, how stupid can you be? I have never in my life met such stupid.
You show us every day how stupid you are. We get it.
I have to be honest with you. I literally think we have a 50-50 split on YouTube. A same few people.
I'm sorry. I don't even think we have a 50-50 split. Oh my gosh, you guys got to see this. This is where I paused it on my phone. Hold on. And she's talking about being a sane person. By the way, I have nothing on my face. Sorry, I look like crazy. Hold on, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Me and my pauses.
Okay, well, maybe we have more sane people than insane people because their numbers are pretty low. Well, our numbers are. I think people are realizing if you want to have some sanity in your life, you want to come over to this neck of the woods. You want to leave that behind. So,
if you want to have some sanity in your life, you're going to leave that neck of the woods and come over to hers. Hell the fuck no. Hell no. If it's one or the other, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going back to my island. Meant I will not support it. Like, it was disrespectful, a real bigot. Thank you. Call me Frenchie. I agree with that 100%. And that's the thing. I don't like Mallory. On Mallory's behavior has nothing to do with anything else. I don't even like go at her looks. I've actually said Mallory's prettier than Molly before. Like I don't misgender her. I don't, because you can call somebody's behavior out without doing things of that nature, in my opinion. I know people make mistakes and say shit out of anger and frustration and stuff. I get that. But at the same time, there was a whole lot of talk about, yeah, I'm not even going to go into it, politics and shit involved in their stuff. And I'm sorry, fuck that shit. Hey, Kool-Aid. No, I haven't seen it yet. I have to go watch that. Oh, sorry, I ruined it now. Kool-Aid, are you coming back? Can you please come back and start doing clips? I honestly miss your content.
They cost the restaurant money. Yeah, that restaurant has damages. Financial damages from.
The restaurant has financial damages.
They did. Never mind. Stopping the money that we were just about pouring here, which is going to get ran.
Don't forget all of their followers' money that they were going to dry bag for and get to spend at the restaurant. Not theirs, their followers. Let's be very clear.
Right? So they just lost at least that. I hope that restaurant sues them.
I hope that restaurant sues them.
That's exactly what they need to do to stop this stuff from going on.
Kool-Aid, you can derail us over here at any point in time. You know that. You're welcome here. We appreciate you actually asking questions and like seeking for facts, whatever they may be. I appreciate it over here. So
YouTubers do not have the right to go and disrupt another YouTuber's job or business. Lots of jellyfish, absolutely. For those that don't know what jellyfish is, let me help you.
right.
Some people are so dumb that
Oh, she plays this
I wonder how they survive from one day to the next.
jellyfish thing.
Brain cells on the streets of YouTube. Literally, brain cells. I see brain cells falling out.
She sees brain cells falling out of ears.
At these people on YouTube. And the ones that are nasty on YouTube have already lost out the brain cells before they even got here. So they're walking around right. They're acting like they know something and trying to convince you to say. No education.
Acting like they know something, no education.
Barely scraped by with college education. Got crack pipes falling out of their damn mouths and people on YouTube supporting.
Crack pipes falling out of our mouths. I've never even done crack, lady. And I sure as fuck don't have a crack pipe hanging out my mouth. And I'm on YouTube. So I take offense to that. You fucking clown. But Betty, you keep saying stuff. Hold on, I'll let you get to it because this is comical.
And sending them money to buy their drugs. Because they come here and say, oh,
This is blow hard, Betty.
oh, here's $20. Such little lives and desperate POSs, that's all. If they don't have freedoms, they can leave. Yeah. They have nothing good to offer, and they need to be held accountable. Make an example out of it. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely believe they do. Absolutely.
Hold on, there's more.
No matter what, they have to protect me because I have this, and I can cause them a lot of problems here in the state. Nobody, not one politician, not one sheriff's department in the state of Florida will allow anything to happen to me. And if anything does happen to me, they will have no choice but to throw the book at somebody. Properly, within the confines, and believe me, I will be up their product. So please, Noelle, wait, lockdown, go home, go get some management, go get some therapy, and sit down. You look like idiots. You look like...
Hold on, though. They were friends, weren't they? The Kool-Aid. I don't understand this. I don't understand. They were friends at one point in time. So they were all together. There's something here that just doesn't sit well. There's something here. I'm sorry. I love burnt toast. Yes. Burnt toast is great.
Idiots. And you're going to try to convince people that you're here.
This is where she
victims?
says something.
No, you're not. Not when you're trying to make more victims. Shame on you. You disgust me. You disgust me to my core. You are the problem.
Not when you're trying to make more victims. How many people have you put out and blasted over the last how many weeks now over this Idaho 4?
Country. You. Take that to the bank. Anyways, guys, it's late. I got a lot of work to do because I've been on set all day. I'm done. I'm literally done. You guys have a wonderful evening. God bless each and every one of you. And if anybody missed my words on here, clearly you were not listening hard enough.
No, we heard your words.
Clearly you were not listening hard enough. But everybody now knows my address. It's been doxed, I don't know, across every single platform imaginable. Like you're...
I don't give a shit. You guys do that to everybody else. You did it to yourself. Like, we're supposed to feel sorry? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like, where does she get... Do they not realize they do the exact same thing? How many times have they been to Idaho now and put different people's faces and their backgrounds and their everything out on the internet? But they're okay to do this? What? What? Yeah, go ask Alice. She did. Yes. Yes, Nana. Yes. In 45 minutes. In fact, I'm going to get off here for a little bit and take a break. Go smoke a cigarette. It's cold outside. I'm going to go take a break. This was just kind of a all over the place live. There were some questions I wanted to answer today and talk about some of this stuff. Something does not set well with me in this whole situation. So my take on the whole thing is, of course, do what you want to do, support who you want, believe what you want, do your research, please. I don't know enough about the situation, but my take on it is stay the fuck away from it. And that's what I'm doing. Like, it's two rights or two wrongs don't make a right. And there was a lot of two wrongs in that, in my opinion. But there's a lot of history missing. Like, that's the hard part, is there's a lot of the history here that people aren't being honest about with everything. Exactly. Something stinks. And I've always been honest with you guys, and it's nothing, again, nothing to do with, I don't even know who she is, his wife is, or anything like that. And I barely knew who he is. I just went and did what they asked me to do and read the community post. And I watched one of his clips and I have a lot of questions. And to me, it's just better. Nah, I don't have time for it. We have bigger things to do here. Next time it will be somebody else. But at the end of the day, too, like, they have a right to have a meet and greet. And as much as we don't like them, as much as everything else, there is lines that we scream about all the time. You know, they shouldn't be allowed to do this, this, and this, but we have to follow those same things. Like, the double standards have to end somewhere. And I'm never going to get down with some of the things that were said about Mallory, or, you know, they just don't need to go that way. I can call Molly out every day behind a computer screen. I could go face to face and have a conversation with Molly. There would never be a physical anything on my end of it. There would never be anything like that. And I would never go to derail their entire event, if that makes sense. Yes. Thank you, Yinzi. Yep. Thank you. I always forget. Oh, yeah. So I can start at 1:45, right? Yeah. I'll go 1:45. I need to reset that. Thank you. I would have freaking done that. I knew that too. Ugh. That part of Idaho. Oh, wait. Let me go back up here. Hold on. Before I get out of here, let me read Kool-Aid's. Queen Molly back then. She was with White Boy and Noelle in Florida. They helped her. Not the other way around, but they didn't want to be heels. They don't wear heels, Kool-Aid. Right. It's just too much. And it's nothing against them at all. Like, I just, there's, these situations get messy. Wait, Cherie. Wait, what? $500 a head? Who was charging that? Oh, Kool-Aid, always. I like it when you ask me questions because you call me on my shit and then I have a chance to prove stuff too. Like, when you have questions, it's because you've been paying attention to things. And I love that because it always makes me like take inventory of like, where did that come from? And I have to, you know, sometimes I have to investigate, but I appreciate that because you have always been like not trying to just degrade people. You're just calling it what it is. And I appreciate that. $500 a head for what? Who was collecting that money? Violence has no place to be used this YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Call me Frenchie. I don't encourage any of it either. I mean, trust me, I believe that a few of them need their asses beat 100%, but I'm also not, you know. No, Angelina, we know. That was all a ploy, but that's exactly what we're talking about is they have the same reaction. It's always so-and-so did this. If they're, you know, these people, one of them's a confirmed felon. So of course, felons with weapons would potentially get them in trouble more often, you know, and that's what they were hoping for. When these people have the same Molly, that crew, their reaction is always going to be the same. It just depends on the character. Yes, go ask Alice. I have the flyer, but there was nothing on it about $500. Not the one I have, at least. Huh. I'm looking right now to see if I missed another flyer. The flyer I have says Southwest Florida, come meet Heels on the Ground if you are in the Southwest Florida area. And then it tags them December 26th, Southwest Florida. It says their names, their pictures. It says Heels on the Ground, meet and greet December 26th, Finnegan's. This is all it has. Hold on, let me show you. That's what I have. Yeah, I would like to know. Cherie, do you know who said that in confirmation? Because I haven't. Yeah, I was around way before that. way before that. Did somebody ask that? I've been around YouTube or Facebook for a long, long fucking time. Kathy Peep. So EKC is dumb. She can't use a brain. So I've told her and everybody else repeatedly, like, what happened to my main page, why I wasn't posting on it. I started using my backup page because my main page got stuck. It needed a 2-factor auth. Well, I guess I could, I don't know. I wonder if I could do that now. I'll try it again. But my main page got froze up because I had been reported so many times for outing stupid people. And then I had to use my backup channel. So I used that one. I've been around Facebook for years. She's stupid as hell. EKC just likes to run her mouth. EKC is like, if there was a way to like have the worst clip channels, EKC would be. Well, except for the fact that she covers me, so she's got at least good content. Just joking. Can't stand her. They only had it booked for 25 people. Nonsense. Or no, nonsense. Cherie, I want to see where all of that is. One thing I didn't like was Mallory says a whole lot of disrespectful things. Again, not saying they're great on either side. That's the thing. You don't have to pick a side. They're all pieces of shit. Oh no, I've learned that about EKC a long time ago. That's why I stay the fuck away from her. I've never even watched one of her videos because, well, I have and way back in the beginning, but I haven't gone back to her channel because she is so fucking annoying. She's definitely going to win the worst, but we'll give her a shout out because she so needs it. Molly won't even give her one. Yeah, she's our favorite clip channel that covers me. She's the only one because she's, well, not anymore, but he's probably getting exactly what he wants today. Internet fame. I slept on through ritual. The Kool-Aid, really? Oh, goodness. I'm actually really... Oh, no, Kathy, you're good. She's so gross. Green lipstick? Pirate Girl, yeah. I don't believe that, though, because, well, maybe he did. I don't know. There's so much missing information about what was actually done because supposedly it was all set up. It was supposed to be at Siesta Key stuff with the MTV things, then so on and so forth. Then it was moved. Then, there's been so many different stories that nobody really knows the truth, to be honest. All right, y'all. I am going to hop out of here for a little while, though. I am bored. And I'm boring you guys, I'm sure. And then I'm not bored with you guys. I just feel like I am being boring today. Oh, shit. Maybe we'll cover that after. I want to cover Spanky's egregious statements about the Idaho 4. Maybe we'll do that after the press conference. Unleashed. Go for it. You can clip bad shit of me too. And the horrible angles. I don't care. It's me. You can do that. Go for it. You can clip anything you want. I don't care. EKC clips me and twists my words and does all sorts of stuff. Oh, by the way, you dumb broads again. And Jesse. I don't know what you go by. Jesse, dumbass, whatever your name is. You drive me freaking batty. I can't watch a fucking thing that kid does either. I don't know how old he is. He's probably older than me, but he sounds, he just makes my skin crawl. Anyways, you dumbasses, once again, when you have been trying to convince Molly that I edited her words, no, again, you are told from the get-go, that is a clip from Manny's channel. That was from Manny's video. It says, I gave Manny credit for that. And then I went back through and grabbed the unedited, all 100% right off the press video and reposted it. Nobody twisted shit over here. I gave credit where the video even came from, you dum-dums. Yes, Jesse, yes. Ugh. Aw, Unleashed. Such a disappointment too. Kool-Aid, I really hope that that's not the case. But yes, they are twisted sisters. Call me Frenchie, you'd better run from nonsense now. What happened? Hey, oh my Lanta. Call me Frenchie. I initially thought that too, but she has said some crazy things about me. I could have saw that in the beginning with a lot of them, but they like doubled and tripled down when I have gone back and, tried to handhold them to the truth themselves. There was great opportunity there. It's gone now. I will never be on board with them twisting reality of what's right in front of them. Yeah. They knowingly took and twisted shit to fit their narrative of painting it as a Katie issue, when in reality it wasn't a Katie issue. She had a hand in certain things, but not what they were trying to make it out to be, and that's just the way it is. She screwed that herself. I will never. I don't go back and like recycle like, oh, hey, like there's no use for me there. Because personally, we are adults. You can sit back and observe yourself, and then when you come to like conclusions yourself, she didn't even do that. Yeah. Unleashed, I love you too. EKC is reading your comment section every couple days, like the comments on my videos or like the comments on my community posts. What is her obsession? I know she drinks. Maybe it's whatever liquor they drink. I don't know. I can't get on this level. Their content is Katie. I mean, they can't. That has to get really redundant. Molly gets redundant. These comments, Welsh? What? Yes, she reads your comments and also reads your comments on her lives in this. And half of her fucking followers are in here already, so they have complete other conversations. When she's live talking about me, they're like, yeah, we already watched it. We watched it live because they're all here lurking in the bushes. So when she talks about it, they're all like, yeah, we know. Or Nonsense said this already because they already know. What the hell? With Kool-Aid, she's a Katie Joy stan that hangs out with the lobster guy and all of those, and has like honed in on hating me from day one because I wouldn't blame this on Katie like they wanted me to, and I've called her a piece of shit, and she is. And I like sat on panel with her and was nice to her, and then she turned into like, I don't even know, she's just this like snobby, annoying, I don't even know. It's fucking funny. Oh, yes, Marcy. Everything is penis. I love that. Nanya. Yeah, Kool-Aid, you ain't missing nothing. Everybody over here has an unlock. I don't even know what she does because I don't pay attention to her. She's another one I hit her content because she pops up or they'll try to take me and shit. And I'm like, nope. No, and it's fine. Like, call her out on the shit she does. I'm okay with that. I support that. But when you knowingly disregard facts in front of your face, and numerous people have taken the time to try and walk you through exactly what happened because you're being dumb and ignoring the facts because it doesn't fit your stupid narrative, yeah, there's a problem. And I'm sorry, I'll never get down with somebody that reads another woman's rape report on live. I don't care how much you hate the person. There's lines you don't cross, and she's a piece of shit. There is it. That's it. She got her most shout out she's gotten in probably ever right now. Colin, I love you. Beth. Yeah, well, exactly. Mocus. Yeah, Kool-Aid, you're not missing much there. It is. Tell us how you really feel. I will, because at this point in time, I'm not out here. Like, I have been nice to these people, Pirate Girl. Like, I have been so nice and so kind to so many of these people. And they have, funny story, people think it's a setup. You were doxxed and then started doing check-ins. No, try again. Wait, what? I had been doing check-ins. We've been doing check-ins all. What would me being doxxed have anything to do with check-ins? What? No, I know, Pirate. It's so funny though. Like, they have done some of the craziest shit ever. What? You're kidding me that this is not what they're actually. Oh, Lord, bless it. Beggars can't be chasers. EKC has facts given to her about Lobster supporting a convicted rapist, and she denies. Yeah, I have no. EKC chat, when the docs happened, says it was a setup so you can switch your content. The fuck? Switch my content? Huh? It's a new year. Oh my goodness. I have said all along I didn't even know what I was going to do, but I haven't switched my content. I've been doing this all along. Pugs. Check-ins to see how close they are to dogs, right? Mocha's right. Unleashed. Go for it. Oh, that is great. I might have to go watch that shit. That I might have to go watch and laugh. Spoonie, we're gonna do it here. We're gonna do it here at 1:45. I will start. It starts at 2 my time. It's 1 their time. That is great. That is freaking great. They said you never just hung out with your chat before. You never just did a check-in with people. And now you were like, I was like, what the fuck? Y'all need to scroll back up in the videos. Oh, they are. This is the problem, is EKC thinks that not being arrested would be headlines in the UK newspaper. It's hilarious. Wait, what? Penelope came into my comments and asked me if I would do Katie Joy content, but I was concentrating on something else. I never watched Katie Joy, heard all about her on the. Yes, Kool-Aid, exactly. That's why they all hate me, because I wouldn't jump to their narrative. Call me Frenchie. Thank you. I do too. Abso-fucking-lutely. I really liked Charlotte at first too. Like, I was like really like trying to give Charlotte a pass on a lot of her stuff, because I was like, I think I like her. And the fact that they went after her background and stuff, that bothered me, shit like that. But now I see the problems with her, and she's done the same shit to me. So fuck that. No use for her either. Sorry. Cherie, it will be like an hour and a half. An hour and a half from now. Yeah, there's so many people that cover KJ. So many people. And it's one thing if you're gonna like throw it in your content and stuff, and when she fucks up, totally cool with that. I'm good with anybody doing that. That's totally fine. I mean, that's what we do. But they become, it's sad. And then the stuff that they allow to be said about her child and stuff, yeah, fuck it. No. Charlotte wasn't in any of the troll awards. I was shocked. Wait, does she? But does she? Where does she fit? Like, what community? The anti-KJ community, right? She's not part of the drama community. Or wait, do the troll awards cross multiple communities? I don't understand that. Why would Charlotte be in the troll awards? Maybe I'm wrong. maybe she is. See, and I think that's where there's so many of these people from the like OG drama community that are like, who is that? I wanted to like Charlotte so much, but the content was too hyper focused. I couldn't do it. Same. I used to like Charlotte. Yep. I forgot about Charlotte. Yep. Go smoke and pee. I'm going to. Okay. Trisha, yes. A lot of people like her. And that's totally fine. Like everybody can like who they want. And I think, yeah, they all crossed, which is what confused me. Pirate, I'm still confused on all of it because you won't get obsessed with KJ. They changed their mind on you. That's pathetic. Yeah, I've said it's not my cup of tea from the jump. I could never cover her like that. Oh, hell no. Is the Grifters Award still going on? Is Charlotte still number 2? Welsh, good question. I don't know anything about that. There is no one who does a proper commentary of. They're all just cater. Cherie, I agree. They forgot about Elle. They've tried to scoot right over Elle. Charlotte, in my opinion, was very triggered over KJ doxing her cases. Now it's time for her to move away from this. Will she? Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I think, and at the beginning of the year too, I think people start like trying to add in new things to, their followers. Everybody's interests kind of change. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here. Charlotte was hanging off MJL's nipple when I found her. No thanks. Beefergs. See, I thought I was right on my assumption that that's where she kind of got a big push from too, was Molly. EKC has tried to get a push from Molly too. That's why I have a problem with this. They are willingly overlooking Molly's behavior. That's exactly the same thing they call out Katie for. I don't know. Too much hypocritical bullshit for me, I guess. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat and smoke a cigarette and go to the bathroom. Like Nanya said, don't feel bad. I used to watch. I've never watched one of Renelle's videos. Oh, my Atlanta. I've been doing that too. I need to stop that. I need to get back to my only using it when I need to. Charlotte tried to get away from KJ, but lost reviews badly. Yeah. Molly praised her quite a bit. Yes, she did. All right, y'all. Okay. Becky, over and out. Contessa, over and out. I'll see you guys in a little bit.